Hello folks, and welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. I had this chapter already and had to start again because I started with a topic and I think that was a never-ending chapter then. So I had to start again. I'm not going to make any comments today, initial comment, because nothing has changed. I mean, Bloomberg... one follower said, yeah, well, when Bloomberg said that, usually it's the opposite. No, that's not correct. Sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't work, right? So just to say, when I see a lot of clouds, it will rain. It can happen, and I guess the opportunity that it will rain is higher than it will not, but it doesn't mean it will rain. Okay? So when Bloomberg or JP Morgan makes such a comment, while they didn't say, hey, we will crash, they said, if they lose a key level, in that case SPX 4000, okay, where we are still dancing at that 4,000 level, if we lose that, the quants will unload very hard, 50 billions or whatever. And we know, we have a context to all of that. You remember a few weeks ago, I was sharing some information about that insiders were selling, for example, on SPY, SPX, while retailers in FOMO started to buy. So yeah, I mean, they are still manipulating, and that's pure manipulation. And I'm 90% convinced, and I think I know who is behind. Hedge funds, just hedge funds, hedge funds. Those who are underwater, those shadow banks like private equity, hedge funds. Yeah, exactly. Those who I told you, they founded their beautiful business with cheap money, something that doesn't exist anymore, at least in the US and in Europe, still in Japan if you want, or I guess also in China. Yeah, of course, in China as well. However, but what I mean is, those guys are doing absolutely everything because they just have two options. They are underwater, so they have two options. Stay on their hands or sit on their hands and sink, or be extremely creative with a risk-on mode and do whatever it's necessary and make money. And that's what they are doing with SPY, SPX, just buying 0 DTE options to force at the same time. 0 DTE means it will expire at the same day. So it has a huge leverage. At the same time, they are forcing the market maker to hedge. Means they need... So the market maker, in case of calls, and that's what they are doing, they are buying 0 DTE calls, they force the market maker to buy futures. And so what they are doing, artificially pushing the price up. That's what they are doing with SPX, with SPY, and so on and so forth. So obviously that can work. Like, you can be a thief. That can work. Yeah, very nice. 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. You can go and to the next bank with a, toy gun. And it will work, I'm sure. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and then that's it. That's it. The police will be there. Oh, they will not have any toy guns. And then, end of the story. And the same will happen here. Because we have so many red flags. What they are doing is pushing the market maker to absorb the risk of hedging. And in case something happens, not only they will lose the money, and I guess with that leverage of a 0 DTE, they are using I don't know, of course millions, but you know, if they lose once, okay, c'est la vie, like the French say. Um, but that's the problem. So as long everything works, as long as we don't have any trigger like we had in March 2020, and we had a lot of different options out there, like, potentially an escalation in the war, potentially escalation with China. Now they are talking about the Q virus. The Q virus is just something like, fever, and it comes from animals, and it's it has a breakout now in the north. I'm so tired, and it's so. However, it doesn't matter. What I want to say is, interest rate decisions push more up, brings all these hedge funds, private equity more in trouble. We have, a very fragile mortgage conditions in the US and Europe as well. I mean, we have so many fucking red flags. If one triggers, it's over. And the problem is, it will not just be something like, we will nuke and after all rebounds a little bit. No. We will just, because of these people, because of these hedge funds, because of these stupid gamblers, because they didn't understand that this cheap money era will end at some time. I mean, Jesus, of course. No, but it's not in their mind. It's just more and more and more, and they don't care about the consequences. The market will collapse. The market will crash. And that's exactly what happened 100 years ago. Gamblers. No, gamblers are hedge funds and some retailers, but mainly these guys. And that's what they are doing. And that will have an end. A very bad one. But that's what they are creating. It wasn't the Fed. Yeah, the Fed initiated all that shit with cheap money for too long time. Like the ECB as well. But these guys, we in Germany we say, who is bad? The guy that is manufacturing guns, or the guy who is using the guns? And that's exactly the question. The Fed just manufactured the guns, but these gamblers are those using the guns. Who is more evil? That's the big question here. So I know the question for me because it's my personal opinion, but make you the question. Who is more evil? Who is more stupid? Well, I think both, but I think one even more than the other. However, it is what it is. And I thought I'm not going to provide an initial comment because I thought I don't have any news, but now I think I will classify this one as initial comment. Let us go to the wealth ratio. So, the wealth ratio. I was a little bit shocked today because I thought, okay, yeah, maybe, but no, we crossed the part here. We crossed the resistance. We had to break out on wealth ratio 30 days moving average, indicating the weight sentiment is far away from being bullish, because usually that means they are pushing up more and more. And one guy did a very interesting question and sent me a DM. I don't know if I can say your name. Said, hey, I like the wealth ratio indicator, but usually the price should dump, and it's not dumping. Is the wealth ratio wrong this time? No, it's not. I'm using the wealth ratio for spot only. I'm not using the wealth ratio for derivative exchanges as well. It's not combined spot and derivative. So it's only spot. The weights ratio spot is pushing up very hard. How is that possible that the price goes up? Because they're using futures. They're using futures. They're using Bitcoin collateral futures like the market maker, for example. Because it seems yesterday it was the market maker. The market maker sent Bitcoins to derivative exchanges, pushed up with futures, and started to distribute spot. That's so crazy. But yes. And that explains a lot. That explains why, and that just means they are distributing. They can push up to 50k. They could even push up to 260, like Max Kaiser said. Until June, we will see 260k, or this guy who is tagging me always to this nonsense Bitcoin maxi stuff. I like Bitcoin. You know, just 1 year ago or 2 years ago, I said I don't care about Bitcoin. Today, I care about Bitcoin. But I'm not a maxi. I would say I'm much more realistic than a maxi. You know, it's not just, pray, yeah, Bitcoin is my God. No, I don't care. It's the technology. I like the technology. I like Bitcoin because of that. But, yeah, for me, what I'm seeing here is just that weights are distributing spot. And they are using futures just to push up the price. They could do it at 50, 60, 70, 80, and 250. If they know, they will find demand there. If they don't, they will not do it. Because it's extremely risky for them to invest all that money to push the price up and to stay there and to say, hello? Where's the retail here? Hello? Yeah, and then you have a problem because they know exactly that more and more weights are leaving. They are exiting from the market. So the only thing they can do is push up, short term, distribute. I mean, even like they did yesterday. It was just, you know, push up with futures, and then the indicator, just the spot versus derivatives volume ratio, flipped directly from derivatives, so from futures to spot, indicating, hey, they pushed up with futures, but they started to distribute spot. Yeah. It is what it is. Anyway, let us go forward. Once again, also an indicator that show us that these guys don't want to dump the market at the moment. They don't know. They don't care about CPI. They don't care about pivot is far away. They don't care anymore. They just want to distribute. They will maintain that. So, of course, whales or exchanges in that case will sometimes push up hard and let the price dump a little bit just to liquidate all these late and high leverage positions. I have this at the moment, even I think at any time and very soon Bitcoin will go down. At the moment, the best you can do is swing trades. Just swing trades. Hedging, close your long, then, you know, go down, then close your short, then it will go up again, and so on and so forth. It's the best thing you can do. Yeah, it's hard work. It's not easy at the moment. Now some people would say, I did 1,500% in 2 days. I don't know what Inspo is saying. Well, yeah, come on, shut up. Let us go forward. You remember, weights ratio, 1 hour time frame dumped. I said, they will push up. Not that much, but also once, indicating they will push up. They pushed up and distributed spot afterwards. Now what we are seeing is how controlled the thing is. Let the price go up a little bit while we can distribute. That's what they are indicating. And once again, the magic 86. Once again, extremely magic. Always the same thing. You know, they pushed up to to 86, and then they stop. It's what they are doing over and over and over again. Oh my god. That's like a sleeping pill. Anyway, interesting fact here is stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifted up, as we see. And we are not talking about a lot, maybe almost 200 millions. And we need to see what they are going to do with this money, because it doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to be invested in Bitcoin, also in altcoins, Ethereum, whatever. Anyway, let us go forward. So if we take a look here, for example, let me check. We see nothing. We see nothing because thanks to those 11,000 whatever crap, we don't see anything right now because yeah, you see the scale changed. So now we can see nothing happening. I mean, they sent, before they pushed up, they sent 53 millions. The whole volume declined in, you know, in, let me see. Yeah, 50 millions. Jesus, 50 millions. Come on. Yeah, but right now taking profit here as well. That's why 58 millions outflows. Inflow activity, outflow activity, nothing. Peanuts. At the moment, peanuts. Those 11,800 bitcoins, the most important and the interesting part is it came from the market maker entity. That it's really interesting. Some people say it's Coinbase. I'm not sure that's Coinbase, to be honest. But yes, they sent to Coinbase, and they took this 18,000, almost 12,000 bitcoins afterwards off the centralized exchange. But it's not really clear what happened here, to be honest. I don't think that was an internal operation, to be honest. However, let us go forward. So if we take a look here, we can see, I need to change the color once again, the funding rate up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what they are doing. If we check the open interest, up, down, up, and the leverage ratio doing something similar, up, down, and up, even more up, indicating they're using more leverage, less volume, but not that big difference. If we take stablecoin inflows to derivative exchanges, the biggest today, it's almost 70 millions in inflows, but 114 millions in outflows. If we take a look, for example, related to bitcoins, for example, this morning 2,485 bitcoins went in, and at the same 1 hour 2,578 bitcoins out. Afterwards, that was 6 hours later, another 2,000 bitcoins out, and another 2 hours later, so 1 hour again, we received 1,800 bitcoins, while at the same time within this 1 hour 1,590 bitcoins outflow. Can you hear my dog? Oh my god, she's sleeping so hard right now. Okay, but that's it from here. If we go forward, that's the aggregated. The aggregated one looks a little bit different. Open interest pushed up, now declining. Leverage ratio pushed up, declined, pushed up, it's declining, but at the same time funding rate maintains positive. The tendency, as you can see, is they are still demanding more longs at the moment. If we check what happened yesterday, almost 700 bitcoins wrecked by the longers and 550 bitcoins by the shorters. So nothing, peanuts. And yesterday was really a pump and dump. I was expecting just a little bit more, but no, it wasn't that big. So let us go forward. Blockchain whispers. Wow, nothing have changed here. Hey, why you guys are changing my... No, I said dark. Yeah, I like dark. So almost 1.6 billions versus 1 billion, indicating the longers are longing and the shorters are shorting less. Yeah, so 61 to 39, 56 to 44 on Ethereum. Once again, looks a little bit more healthier. And Bitfinex, who cares? The Kingfisher. Let us take a look to the Kingfisher. The Kingfisher. Yeah. No. I don't know why I have to change that over and over again. So, all leverage. Let us take a look to the... Oh, nice. 120 million, nothing changed. Only the shorters are, wow, risky stuff here. Really risky stuff. 24/7. Yeah, why not? Why not? Between 24.5 and 25. Yeah. Otherwise, 18.7. Let us take a look to the high leverage. Oh my god. Why are you guys using high leverage? I guess you are not using them. We have 500,000. That's not big, so I guess it's much more retail here, but they will wreck both sides. That looks like volatility to me. So push up to 23.7 and then push down to 23.2. God. So let us check Bitfinex. That's going to be interesting. All leverage. What do we have there? Because we know that Binance is covering 98% of the whole market spot volume. But what's about futures? I mean, that's not big, but okay. So looking more on the short side, I think high leverage is also on the short side. Come on, fade to load the map. Really? Try again. I have 35 credits. Don't tell me that. Oh, that's okay. It seems that's a tech issue. Yeah, it's not doing it. Okay, who cares? But yeah, it looks like we have some volatility, means just push up to 23.8 where we have a trend line there, and then go down to 23.2 where we have another trend line. Yeah, why not? Just to liquidate all these gamblers. Let us go forward. So if we take a look here, it's frustrating. Nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. If we take a look here, for example, they did 32 million in CBD, means that buyers and sellers are so, how to say, they have found the golden way. It's just looks a little bit like wash trading, to be honest. Only BUSD declining while USD pushing up at the same time, while Tether just declining a little bit, but nothing big. And also here, and I would say it's someone swapping from BUSD to USD. Oh yeah, oh god, who is making these kinds of indicators? Okay, let us use that here. Okay, we have here minus 12 millions. And at the same time, let us make here, for example, we have here 12 millions. Yeah, it looks like someone is swapping from BUSD to USD. Also interesting, nothing, absolutely nothing from here, for example, where you can see what happened, right? It was, let us take a look. So if we check that, if we check that here, from here to here, they used 185 millions to push up the price to the upside. And if we take a look, for example, here to here, another 40 millions worth, but just the volume declined a lot. So absolutely very quiet everything at the moment. Very quiet, very quiet. But Tether, it's obvious, right? I mean, what they are doing, it's clearly not indicating that they are buying more than selling. I have to take them all out. So only USD, and we are not talking about big, but yeah, only USD is pushing up. So if we take a look, BTC BUSD declining, aggregated means everything, USD, USDT, BUSD, everything more declining. Even stablecoins, only those with Bitcoin collateral pushed up a little bit, but Tether, or at least stablecoin futures declined. Bitfinex, I mean, look that. Clearly an operation just to unload more spot. The same with Bybit, only Coinbase. Coinbase is maintaining, not really clear why. Also Bitstamp. Kraken declined, but maintaining, even if it's not big. And Gemini started again. And Gemini, it seems Gemini was, it's at least it correlates more hitting or pushing the price up a little bit with, yeah, afterwards, after futures did their work, but it seems they used also here, for example, but nothing. We are not talking about any kind of volume, to be honest. So let us go forward and let us check, first of all, stablecoins. Let us see. So before we pushed up here, we received 63 millions in USDT, but 54 millions went off afterwards. Then few hours later, and we are talking about 4 hours 4 hours ago, they had an exchange outflow of 62 millions and exchange inflow of 30 millions related to Tether. So also here indicating it was Tether driven pump. And on USDC looks completely different. 85 millions outflows at the same time. That was 2 p.m. So we are talking 6 hours ago, and 10 millions inflow. Almost the whole inflow declined a lot, indicating they are taking profit. They are going to miss the bull run, guys. They are really going to miss the bull run. Oh my god, these guys, they don't know how to trade that. If we check what the market maker's doing, is nothing. Declining once again. Whoa, who is that? Whoa, what happened here? Okay, however, so nothing to see. Only retailers are back, it seems. So these guys lifting up more, these guys lifting up a little bit more, these guys lifted up and now declining, these guys lifting up, these guys declined, so lifting up, declined at the same time, these guys lifting up, and well, nothing to see here. We can check the wallets. Let us take a look to the wallets. 1 to 10 Bitcoin wallets lifting up. 0.1 Bitcoin to 1 Bitcoin lifting up. So retailers lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Oh yeah, baby. No, don't hide them. Where is this one? I don't see it. Hello? Where is brown here? I can't see them. Can I use a different color? It was there. Okay, we use that one. Well, clearly that the wallet count is lifting up. The market maker. Oh, ouch. Market maker, what happened here? Ow, 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 ow. Dumping. And this guy is lifting up. This guy is lifting up. This guy's not doing anything. And this guy's lifting up. But the market maker, oh, not good, not good. So if we had here 1,921 wallets, now we have 22 wallets less. Okay. Let us check what the market maker fund flow is doing. 7 minutes 35. Phew. That smells like a fart. It wasn't me. It was my dog. Oh my god. I don't know if I am going to survive that. Wow. Okay. So yesterday Coinbase weights ratio was on 80. Kraken on 82. Gemini on 86. And interesting, Bitfinex declined to 53. So also indicating, hey, we can let the price push up a little bit. And Bitstamp at 71. Interesting what Coinbase is doing, indicating why they are, buying. They are buying because it's one of the only centralized exchanges at the moment buying and sending more Bitcoins to Coinbase. Waits. And that's only spot because Coinbase doesn't have derivative. It's interesting. Nothing to see here. They are declining more in funds while the price maintains up. And like I said, just, they flipped from spot back, and that's so crazy. And here, look when they flipped. That matches perfectly to the net flow. So those who has access to my premium content, they know what I'm talking about. It correlates 1-to-1 and confirmed, and it's confirming what I said a few weeks ago. Yeah, everything else, well, market activity on spot declining, and even on futures. And people say that's the beginning of a bull market. So let us go forward, guys. So you can see the CBD here, right? They started to push up when the price declined here. And yeah, since then, I mean, we are talking about almost, let me check, that was here, 3,200 Bitcoins purchased more than they sold. That's not bad for Coinbase. But I would be extremely careful because while everyone is selling, that smells like institutional. You remember FTX? That was February in 2022. People saying, oh, look, FTX accumulating. Oh, woo, yeah, moon. And they nuked. FTX is gone. But that looks interesting. While at the same time protecting to the upside. And also here, reinforced, 25. While we have a relatively big bet with options indicating and reinforced 22. Here a lot of liquidity gone. Oh, very interesting what Coinbase is doing, to be honest. So Bitstamp 24,100, also there waiting, and 21,500, while they removed liquidity at 22.3. Binance BTC USDT. That looks extremely interesting. So removed some liquidity, still we have some there. Looks very interesting. They removed the wall here. So 22,800 once again will be very interesting. Protecting here still big. And the next bigger wall after this one is here. But with this one we should be careful with spoofing. Let us go to Binance BTC BUSD, where they are waiting here 25, otherwise here 24 and 22.2. Also a little one at 23 and another one at 22,500, but also nothing big. 23,200 on Bitfinex. Okay, they moved a little bit more up to 22K, for example, but yeah, we have here a wall at 23,200, and 23,200 would make sense at the moment. I need to add here something. So OKEX spot. What is OKEX spot doing? Nothing. As usual, nothing. OKEX swap, who cares? Kraken, BTC USD, waiting here 22,500. Otherwise, they moved up liquidity to 22. Looks very interesting. While protecting here at 24. Bybit BTC USD, nothing. BTC USDT, nothing. BitMEX, nothing. They removed some liquidity here, and yeah, also very interesting. But now let us talk about Perp. On Perp, they are here waiting at 23,600 and at the same time at 23. As mentioned, you know, if they want to liquidate all these high leverage positions, up and down, some volatility, nothing big, but yeah. BTC BUSD Perp, nothing. Bitfinex removed some liquidity at 24. Now they have a 25.5 something, and still at 22.2. Kraken futures. Kraken futures at 22.7. OKEX futures, nothing. And Deribit. Deribit still waiting here 21 and so on and so forth. Reinforced even here 19. Something smells fishy here. That smells fishy. Yeah, we are done here. Let us go forward.